Finish him! Get over here!
Yo, what's going on, guys? So welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. So this is my actual first match with Nemesis. Well, actually, that's a bit of a lie. This is actually my second match with him ever. The first match I actually got the adept with him. So yeah, I actually got the adept on my first match with him. I recorded that as well. I just thought I would post this instead because it was a better match overall. The match that I got the adept was pretty shitty overall, so I didn't feel like posting it. But I mean, if you guys want to see it, just I don't know, comment below or something. I can post me getting the adept for it. So first thing I'd like to mention, I'll give you my thoughts on him as well. So you can see you can hit them over the pallets and shit with the tentacle. That's really good. That already puts him at a higher tier list, high level on the tier list for the killers. The only thing I dislike, but the range is pretty shitty. Like I'm hitting her right there. Pretty much that's the max range considering I'm only level 2 right there, as you can tell. But I'm also using the add-on there that increases how much I gain from hitting them. The increase is actually quite a lot. I just noticed that. Like I hit her like once or twice and I'm already level 2, so that's a huge increase from the baseline default. We're using no add-ons. So these gain add-ons are really good. And probably kind of meta for him. Now, like I was mentioning, the only thing I dislike is that it's too precise, as you're gonna see here. You see, that should have been a hit, but it feels like it's not too wide enough to hit the tentacle right there. I'm pretty sure I did not miss that. He just dodged it. So this is another point. Like it's very easy to dodge because it's so precise. So any type of movement they do, you're gonna miss it, even though you aim properly, you know. So I don't feel like that's a good thing. So like it's very good the fact that he can hit over pallets, but it's kind of pointless in the sense that it's very easy to miss, as well as very easy for them to dodge. So I don't like that. I feel like, you know, it balances out in a way that's more disfavor than a favor, if you know what I mean. Now, commenting a little bit more on his perks, this little perk, the Nia perk, is actually really good. I can see it may be working. I'm not sure how meta it would be. I feel like it could be kind of meta. You know, I'll have to use it a bit more often, make a build with it. But it's actually not bad because it kind of works the same way as the Pop Goes the Weasel, because it already reduces it by 6 seconds. Sorry, 6% the generator when it explodes, which happens when you down someone. And the survivors who are working on it, they're incapacitated for I think like 20 seconds or something, which is actually a lot of time, because the gen it starts regressing when it explodes. It already starts regressing just like Ruin does. So essentially, you already have a 6% guarantee reduction plus the 20% reduction that they cannot touch the gen again. You know what I mean? So it's kind of stacking up on top of it to where you're pretty much guaranteed the reduction to as much as a Pop Goes the Weasel or more. But the difference is that Pop Goes the Weasel, you can only use it on one gen, and it has to be within a certain amount of time. This perk doesn't. This perk is pretty much always active, and you can activate it on multiple gens at a time. You know, they will all get the same effect. So I think it's really good. This perk as well on the that shows their aura when you spawn to start the game is actually really good. Really good actually. It might be meta, but I would have to, you know, it just sucks that you have to waste a slot for that. But the early game is the worst part for any killer. So being able to start to chase right away like that immediately is a huge meta factor. So you know, it might be meta this perk, but I'll have to try it out a bit more again, along with the but I can see a build, maybe the Nia Parasite, maybe Corrupt Intervention, this perk to find them, maybe Pop Goes the Weasel or something on that little 4 slot. It would be a very strong build. We'll have to see there. Or you could use the oppression from the twins to be able to, you know, get the Ruin effect without actually using Ruin. So yeah, it could be a really good, or Surge or something. I gotta test as well if these perks work along with Surge, or oppression for that matter. Like, can I kick the gen with oppression and the Nia effect would apply to all the gens? You know what I mean? So I gotta test that out a little more. But it could be meta. They can definitely maybe fit into a meta build that I can think of here. But yeah, like I was talking about, the range is pretty shitty. The tentacle is very precise, so it's very easy to miss, as well as very easy for them to dodge. And this is the problem. I don't like the fact that it does not kill them, as you can see right there. He was already injured, but he didn't go down because he was not contaminated. I don't feel like that should be a thing. Like, he should just go down. I mean, why, you know, why do I have to go to the contamination? Just give another type of effect to the contamination. Besides doing that, allowing damage to happen to the tentacle, the contamination, I feel like should do something else, you know. And he should be able to damage them by default, regardless if they're contaminated or not. I feel like he wouldn't become like too unstoppable because of that. He would just become better, you know. And I feel like I don't see a problem in killers being good, especially him, which is such an iconic killer. And I paid one for that. But yeah, so that's my bit of my thoughts on him. I don't know if you could tell by now, but the FPS on the game since this update has been really shitty, like really bad. The game is almost unplayable. I was trying to play a match of Survivor. I'm gonna post that match soon later. It was almost unplayable. Like, you can barely loot properly because the game keeps freezing constantly, and you're kind of bumping into stuff. I mean, there's so many things going wrong. And you can see right there, you need at least level 2 to be able to break things like that with the tentacle on his power there. And oh yeah, let me talk about the zombies, right? The zombies, I think some people I see, they like to kill the zombies to get more, you know, tentacle points or whatever, so they can up the level there. I don't think that's actually a good idea. You see right there the FPS drops. It's so ridiculous. Like, you can barely hit the person in front of you. And it's happening to everything, like dead hard. Like, even using your own power makes the game freeze. It's so bad. The game is like almost unplayable, especially for Survivor. It's pretty bad. It's almost unplayable level after this patch. We'll see if they fix that eventually. But like I was talking about the zombies, some people like to destroy the zombies. I don't think that's a good idea. Unless the zombie is in a really bad spot. Like, I'm not sure if it happened in this match, but there was a point where the zombie was kind of stuck. And he wouldn't move. So at that point, it's really good to destroy them, because not only are you getting him to reset, but you're also getting more contamination points, you know. But overall, I don't think it's good to destroy the zombies like that, like randomly, because I feel like they serve a major purpose on the game, strategically speaking, because they serve like a killer in itself, in a sense that they can they can pressure the gens and stop the survivors from doing it, much like a killer would, until they are killed. So that's insanely good. Unless they have a flashlight, of course, which kind of counters them really hard, because they stay stunned for like 10 seconds or something. It's a really long time if the survivors use a flashlight on them. So that's kind of a downside. But especially if they don't have a flashlight, they pretty much serve as a killer. So you have like 3 killers on the map. It's insanely good for map pressure in terms of zombies. So I don't like killing them for that reason. They also do damage as well, so they're not just pressuring the gens, but they will actually kill the survivors if they mess around too much. Now, yeah, the person died there, unfortunately. I couldn't find her. But yeah, you can see, I think it's right here. You can see the zombie. He's kind of stuck there. So there's something wrong with the AI there. So this is a good scenario where you kind of want to kill the zombie. But the fact that you can see the auras of the zombie, they not only serve as a gen pressure, but they kind of serve as a barbecue that's constantly active, because based on their behavior, you can tell where the survivors are or what they're doing. You know, like if you see a zombie stun, for example, in the aura, you can kind of, especially if it's close to a gen, you can kind of know for sure there's a survivor there working on that gen. You know what I mean? So it gives you information. Or you can see, I haven't entirely confirmed this yet, but I think when the zombie lifts his arm, it kind of means that he's actively like chasing a survivor. So you can kind of tell based on that also there's also a survivor near that zombie that you can. I think they even have a detection range as well, which gives you the instinct effect. So you can like right away tell what the survivor is altogether based on the instinct. So it's just information. Information is always good for killer, because it allows you to make better decisions on the plays that you're doing. You know. So you see right. So unless the zombie is stuck like that, or he's in a really bad spot on the map, and you just want to like respawn him somewhere else, that's where I think, especially if you're not full tier 2 yet, those are the only moments I think it's really worth killing the zombie with your tentacle. And right here, I could have probably go for the Fang, but I mean I don't feel like it. You know, it's probably gonna take too long. I hate this part of the game where there's only like 2 people and they keep fucking hiding. It's so annoying, especially if you don't have whispers. So usually I just kill the person, and you know, just maybe he got hatched, but who cares, you know? Getting hatched is pretty much the same thing as a 4K, I think, to me, because it's like, well, what, you can't really do anything about it in terms of killer, you know, or you can like sacrifice 30 minutes of your life in the game just to be able to slug people and, you know, kill all four. I mean, whatever, who cares, you know? They can escape if they want. If the game wants them to escape, I mean, just let them escape. But yeah, so basically, I think she gets hatched. If I remember correctly, I think she gets hatched because of this. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. Those are my thoughts. I'll let you see the rest of the game. I did have NOAD, but I never got to use it. Those are really the best perks that I have right now. You can see that person dead there. But I guess that's my thought on Nemesis. I think. Oh, you guys are probably gonna be asking his tier, right? So in terms of tiers, I think he's definitely above middle level tier already. So he's definitely close to high. I'm just not sure exactly where to put him. Like I still don't feel like he might be better than I don't feel like he's better than Pyramid Head because he still has to contaminate them, and he's very easy to dodge. But he's kind of close to Pyramid, okay? Probably below, but close to Pyramid level. So pretty much top 5, top 6, not too bad. But we'll see as time goes by what else we can do with him. This was rank reset as well. I don't think I feel like going back to rank 1, like taking the time to do it, even though I can. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it was rank reset. I also dislike that about the game.